Oh hi, I'm Drew Lee and welcome to my channel, Drew Lee. In this video, I am going to be updating you on my first prosthetic fitting and my latest physio appointment. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So I hope that you have all been keeping well, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been following all of my platforms, and if you haven't already, subscribe. It's down there, all the links are below on this video. Please like and subscribe and follow my channel. So I went to my first prosthetic fitting appointment on the 18th of April 2023. And it was really actually an experience that was overwhelming for me. I just thought we was going to go in and they were just going to take some measurements of Jazzy Janice, just so they could make sure everything's all good. So then when I go back in on the 4th of May, which they've told me I can get my prosthetic, it would all be fine. So myself and my partner, we get there and we speak to the guy that's doing all the fittings, making the leg. I'm sure his name's Jeff, but if it's wrong, I do apologise. I did know his name when I was there, but my mind's gone blank. I just can't remember for the life of me. They even have their names written on their bloody polos, you know what I mean? But I digress. So we're speaking to Jeff, and he was talking about all the fittings of how it's all the legs been made, getting the parts in, and all of a sudden he's like, well, we're going to go and get your leg and you're going to try it on, and we're going to just see if we need to tweak little bits here and there, you know. And he went out and got them, and I was just looked at my partner like,
yeah,
it was just like, what, he's going to get me leg? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, my leg? He's like, yeah. So all of a sudden I'm all like, oh my God, they're gonna go and get my leg. And within a few minutes later, Jeff comes back in, just like that with his hands. He comes in with my...
Big bag, black bag.
Yeah, a big black bag basically. And at first I was like, oh my God, like she's got it from the dumpster or something like that, you know. Now, it was weird because I was like, oh my God, that is my prosthetic leg. That's gonna be my leg. And second of all, I was like, oh my God, the socket, like the socket that the stump goes into. It's like the socket's fucking massive, bloody massive. And so yeah, he gets the prosthetic leg out and he's explaining to me all of the different parts and how it works and things like that. And then he said, right, well, I want you to try it on and we'll just start going from there. So first off, he took my left shoe. I brought in the other foot, the other shoe to the foot that I don't wear. I brought that in with me, and he put that at the bottom of the prosthetic. And once he put that on, he showed me how to put the prosthetic on. And basically, you stand up, you know, in this room there was 2 long bars where it's kind of like a amputee, like gym type thing, where, because you use 2 bars to put your weight on when you walk in. At the time, he said, right, lean on the bar, stand up, and then you put your stump in the socket and you lean in. So I put my stump in the socket, and then he did also make me wear a belt, and the belt will be worn while I have this particular prosthetic. I was explaining that I'm going to be getting many different prosthetic legs, tweaks, like, because the stump in itself is going to change over time. It's going to get smaller, or it might swell a little bit, the shape might change, just with me putting my weight through this left leg. So with this particular socket and prosthetic leg, I'm going to be wearing a belt, and then eventually things will change, which I will explain a little bit later on in the video. So I've got this prosthetic leg on. Now I'm going to be showing you pictures and videos of this appointment. It was really amazing, really. So I put it on and I'm standing up. So I was explained that with this particular prosthetic leg, sorry, it's such a mouthful to say, I have got one with, it's called a total knee. So the knee hinge in the prosthetic leg, it bends. There are prosthetic legs where the knee joint does not bend, and it does bend if you press a button in the socket. So that would always be straight and it will bend or release, as they say, once the button is clicked. I'm not having that one. I'm having one where the knee will release with certain body actions, walking, etc. So with this particular leg that I've got, after standing and looking in the mirror for 5 minutes in just disbelief, I'm like, oh my God, it looks like I've got 2 legs again. 2 shoes, standing, it was just bizarre. After 5 minutes of that, then the guy, Jeff, he was explaining how the knee would release. So I explained in a video previously that it's all from the weight through the foot of the prosthetic leg. So this is my toes, and then this part is my heel, so toes and heel. When I'm walking, if my heel is on the ground, the knee in the prosthetic leg is going to be locked, so it's going to be completely straight. The knee will not release. When I start putting weight through the prosthetic foot and it goes towards the toes, then the knee joint in that prosthetic leg will release. So when you're walking, if you think about it, obviously when you're walking, you walk through your feet, right? So then when you're walking, as I'm walking through, with my heel it's not releasing, and with my toes it does release. But then as the knee releases on that prosthetic leg when you're walking, my right leg, which is my full leg, that's already getting ready to make its next step. So it makes walking a lot more natural for myself. Whereas the other prosthetic leg where you can't bend, it's just a straight leg the whole time when you're walking. So the guy was explaining that to me. I hope that made sense to you. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for you to understand. But the guy, like I said earlier, he is Jeff. He's the one that actually makes the leg. He does all the fittings. He makes sure that everything's comfortable for me, that it's not too long, I'm not like all lopsided. He does all of that, so then when he makes adjustments, they're just on point. He's very particular, and it's very professional. I found it very professional. And he then, after explaining, you know, the knee movement in the prosthetic leg, he's like, so that's how you walk. He said, do you want to give it a go? He's not a physio or anything like that. He wants me and other patients, I'm sure, to give it a go, to see how the prosthetic leg itself, how it moves with the leg, if it's comfortable, it's uncomfortable, if I say, oh, you know. So what happened was, I got on the bars, I stood up, and then after a couple of steps, it started just to become really natural, and I was actually walking up and down the bars. And it was amazing. Like, he was astonished. I was going like, oh my God, I'm walking. My partner was like literally bouncing off the walls with excitement. And yeah, I was literally, Jeff said to me, you can go up and down as many times as you want, get the feel of it and all that. So I was going up and down, you know, and I know that it wasn't perfect. I know that 109%, and gonna have lots of physio appointments with the leg, obviously. But for me to be able to understand what he was saying and to get at least the understanding here of how that works is amazing, and I got really excited. There's a trick when you're using the leg. When you're walking, when your toes go on the floor, obviously the knee joint releases. When you're moving, stepping forward and the prosthetic leg is back, the knee joint in the prosthetic is still bent. You need to flick the prosthetic forward so that knee joint is locked. So when you put your heel on the floor, it's still locked. And then doing that flick and doing the movement like that. Sorry, I know it's really doing my arms, but you'll be able to see it in the video of what I'm trying to explain, videos that I'm going to post. That is what makes it helpful for you to keep like your balance, putting weight through the stump and then putting the weight through your regular leg, like just walking normally. And it is weird, you're learning to walk again. I say learning to walk again, you're learning to walk in a different way, because I don't call this a stump, I call Jazzy Janice my leg still. I don't necessarily say, oh, this is my stump, I just say this is my leg, because I still have my leg, it's just I just don't have the bottom half of the leg, so I still have a leg. So I just call it my left leg and my right leg, and that is it. I mean, yeah, I say stump, the professionals say stump when we're talking about terms and XYZ, but in a general conversation, I don't say stump. Sorry, I went on a tangent there, but that's just setting the record straight for me. Other amputees, they can do what they want, but for me personally, Jazzy Janice is still my leg. But yes, so going up and down the bars was amazing, and then Jeff also taught me how to sit down. It's basically, you've got the chair behind you, you just bring, this is the prosthetic leg, you just bring the prosthetic leg back a little bit with the toes, and then that releases the knee joint, and then you put your hands on the chair to make sure the chair doesn't go anywhere, and then you sit down, and then you can be comfortable and all that stuff. So I was taught that as well. They were also cautious about, you know, how much the knee joint was sticking out compared to the knee that I've got. And they were like, oh, it's sticking out by this much or this much, and you know, I was told, you know, with other doctors, it all depends as well how you sit. I can sit like this, or someone can sit like that, and people's knee joints are all different. So for me, I was like, that don't even bother me. I can always sit, you know, just like giving it a bit of papa. But I was really, really happy, and it was actually really comfortable to sit down on a chair with the prosthetic leg. He was really impressed, Jeff. He was really impressed with me walking up and down. He was like, I can't believe it, first time you've actually worn a prosthetic leg and you're walking up and down. He's like, most patients, they just can't even get the hang of it. So I was introduced to a physiotherapist that was in the building. It wasn't Hayley. I'm going to meet Hayley on the 4th of May when I do collect my leg. She wasn't in that day, but I met another nice lady called Nikki, I think it was. I'm really bad with names on that day. It was a really overwhelming day, so apologies if it's not Nikki. But yeah, she came in with a student, they had a look, and they were also, yeah, they were happy and they were just impressed that first time being able to do what I could do. So it was really, you know, it was just mind-blowing really. For me, I was just like, oh my God. But I also did meet another lady, and she has the same prosthetic leg as to what I am going to get, and she's had this leg for many years, and she walked in and she has it all blinged up, and the way that she walked in, I didn't even know she had a prosthetic leg to begin with. And I think she's slightly older than me, or around my age, but she's had it ever since she was a kid, and just walking absolutely fine, absolutely normal. And she said to me, you're going to be absolutely fine. She was also really nice. But yeah, basically after that, I met all the others and I tried it on, sat down. We were really pretty much happy with everything. I was told if there are little tweaks and things here and there, that when I do go and collect it, those specific things can be done on the day, and then I can take the leg home and then continue with physio appointments with Catherine. No, Catherine's actually really nice, so I'll get into her in a second. But yeah, that appointment was absolutely brilliant. So stick around for the next few minutes while I just update you on my physio, and then you can see the videos from that appointment. So yes, just very quickly going to give you a physio update. That was on the 19th of April 2023. And it was really good. So Catherine, who is the physiotherapist, she is really cool. She's brilliant. Realising from the prosthetic fitting appointment, like from everything that she has taught me from the beginning, when it got to trying on the prosthetic with Jazzy Janice, all the weight transference, all of the things with the palm aid, just everything came into play without kind of thinking, and it really, wearing the prosthetic, brought my confidence up. So when I went to the physio appointment, everything was just really confident, and she could see that I was really confident. Doing exercises, she's like, yeah, you've got that, you've got that, you've got that. Getting comfortable, like with using the weight on my stump, was really good. Catherine wanted me to use my, walk through when I'm doing the exercises rather than prosthetic leg. So I'm walking through. She's really happy with that. At first today, I was giving it a bit of jiggling of the hips like that, and she showed me. I wish I could record it because it was hilarious. But basically, I was giving a Kim Kardashian bum, like caboose, 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 caboose. And after she showed me that, I did the exercise that she wanted me to do, which was walking with the crutches, with the palm aid, without her. And I was walking in a circle, with another circle. And during that, she's like, oh, you know, you're a lot more confident. You're not getting as tired as you used to. You're just, and I said to her, I'm so ready I'm just so ready now. Like, I feel like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm getting impatient now. Like, not impatient, well, I'm impatient to get the prosthetic, but I basically just, you know, I'm ready to just keep going and keep going. And I think, to be honest, she is running out of like certain exercises with the palm aid to give to me, but we've got two more appointments until I get the prosthetic leg. So what she wants to do is she just wants to keep going and making sure that she perfects the weight bearing, and making sure I'm 109% confident that I can, you know, transfer the weight on this, which she's not worried about. She wants to be 100% confident that I can just get on with it. So when it comes to the prosthetic, which she said to me, she said we're just going to fly through everything. So she was really happy. I was really happy. I showed her the video and the videos that you're going to see. She is super excited and really chuffed about what you're about to see, and she's super excited to be working with me with the palm aid, and I am as well, because she's such a nice girl. But like I said in earlier videos, like she's on it. She knows her stuff. So I feel like I've always been really lucky since I've been doing these videos with you. All the doctors, I'm thinking all the way back, I have been extremely lucky with the team of people that I have been working with. They've always been really professional. 95% of them have been really nice, get on with them. I say 95%, the 5% are like ward staff, nurses, you know, bank, you know. But you know, everyone's been professional, really good. They know their stuff. I know that this has all been a complex road from 3 years ago, but right now it's just, whew, it's just like the exciting stuff's so close, and yeah, it's just going to be a really, 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 really good year, I feel. Like summer wise, it's just going to get more and more and more and more and more. And when I do my physios with Catherine, with my prosthetic, I'm going to make sure that a lot more videos are going to be done, because I really want to see the progression of me doing from the beginning of my physio with the prosthetic to what I can maximum achieve out of it. So, and she's really cool. So anyway, I'm going to stop babbling on, as I always do, and I'm going to let you enjoy these videos. And yes, let me know what you think of them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because there's going to be so much more stuff coming. And as soon as I have it, I'm going to try and get it out as soon as I can, okay? Thank you again all for watching, and I will be giving you an update very soon, okay? All the best! Mwah. This is a medium, because the large one I had, or extra large that I had, was too big, so I haven't got shorts.
Boxers are fine.
As long as it's not a
I'd
thong.
rather where people wear something, because we do have a few people that don't wear anything, which is their choice. So I just wish when they come here,
Yeah, but there's just a, yeah.
when they come here, I wish they didn't wear it. But
I remember next time to wear shoes, but
a pair of shoes, briefs,
So I had a few
so do I take this off?
I'll take that off, yeah.
Some days I have them, but the majority of the time it's one when I've got problems. So I'm not going to slide, but it's more backache when I'm walking my leg out a bit because it's too long.
So these are your shoes at the moment, and that's the ones you wear at the moment.
Yeah, and all my shoes are. Yeah.
Put your other shoe on.
Have you seen anyone physio that's got a special view at all?
Yeah.
So I've got a bloke called Rex that I'm with.
Rex?
His name's Rex. He
Right.
goes to Brighton, or Brighton,
Oh, right, yeah.
for his leg. And he's got the one same as my neighbour, where you have to press the button to
Lock it.
release
Release it,
and
yeah.
lock the leg. And he keeps saying to me, why has he got it? Why has he got it? He's about 70 odd, I think.
Oh, he's 70 up.
I tell you what though, he does really well.
He does well. How long has he had it?
Well, he was given a new leg last week, which is heavier.
Right.
I think it was February last year, wasn't it? Early last year.
Well, we recently got the suction socket,
Yeah, right, yeah.
and he's been doing really well.
And, yeah, so when did you have the amputation?
I'm sure it was February last year, so February or March, yeah.
Back a year, I'm doing better than you, you'll say.
Go in there doing cartwheels next time, just to show off.
There we go then.
Right.
So the way this knee works, the geometry of it means that when it's straight, it's locked.
When it's straight,
It's straight. Right, but when you come put your weight onto the toe, it unlocks.
Yeah, fair enough.
So when you're walking, come onto the heel, and that'll be locked. Roll over it till you get to the toe, and then start bending, and it will come through you. Drives it, drives the foot. Once you get onto the toe.
Yeah.
And at that sort of stage, you take the weight off of it, so
Yeah.
come forward to the next step. You're on social media.
What's that?
You're on social media. A lot of people are on social media.
I don't
want it, but because you'll take all the yielding on your white legs around. As soon as you break it, it's floppy.
Right.
Swing.
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, take your foot back half a step. No, don't come forward. Yeah, your left one. Yeah, just that mind you just
So bring the left one back.
so bring the left one back half a step. Okay. Then put your weight on the toe as such. Start to bend it. Then you can sit down. Hold on to the chair. That's it. And then sit down gently. All right. Yeah. Then you can do something that swing.
Right.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
And as you sit down, the reason I say hold on to a chair is because sometimes people knock the chair. You go to sit down, you end up on the floor.
Makes sense.
Or you damage your back on the
Yeah.
chair. Is it right?
Right, okay.
This is so good. I love it when this happens. All right. Wait till I show you physio. So Julia down. You've got a physiotherapist. Julia really is a physiotherapist. Haley's a good cop. Julie's the back one. Don't tell her that. She's
No.
Go on then. When you want to go, just go because I've got nothing else to say really. Because it's just.
I still just think all of these like prosthetics are just amazing, aren't they?
Well, there's so many different designs of knees and things like that. We're a bit restricted to do because of the length of stumpings we have to do if we want to get the knee set in the right place, use this type of knee. And like you were saying, the microprocessor knee, they are better, but what we're seeing with we'll have a look at sort of the length of this one.
Yeah.
Which is, I've got it down to as minimal as I can possibly do.
That's actually not.
Right?
I don't actually find that too uncomfortable.
At the back there. Well,
Like for what, you know, like for what I've been told from
other
like my next door neighbour, she's like, oh my god, she's like, my flaps have been coming down type thing. You know what I mean? Sorry. I mean that's what she said. She don't
I had
beat about the
a
bush.
lady the other day that said exactly that.
She don't beat
Get the
about
flaps
that.
caught in the-
Well, at least you know what she's
I
talking
know
about.
what
At least she's not like,
I am quite old and I do sort of understand what people say, but just in this setting I think to myself, some people say that, you know, love handles is okay but flaps.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
Did you get that on video? Oh gosh.
Back away.
You just got to be a bit, you know. You're doing all right though. Most of the components are all sort of adjustability. Alright. As I say, if I want to shorten it, I'll take that right out, chop it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So there is a certain amount of alignments we can do.
So do you think you may be able to take it with you?
I think that Sue Julia in here.
No.
She's a bit we've got to get another layer of this material, take this back step off. Another layer of that material. You can't see it in here, but it's like a design. Attach to the socket, this tape on there. But they're taking this off, and that is sandwiched between two layers of this. So once that's done, that's it really. We'll come back again and take it and go from there. If we get another earlier appointment, then we'll do it earlier. If it's made.
Yeah, I only got this appointment from for a letter.
Yeah, they couldn't get in contact. They tried to ring you and they told me that they had to send a letter. So
Well, they can leave a voicemail.
We've got terrible reception at the house, so it's just
Yeah.
yeah, we have no reception for no reason.
So yeah, it's all.
I'm really excited. I don't know why I'm so excited. Well, I am. Well, I do know I'm so excited. It's just, yeah, it's exciting.
It's a different lifestyle, and you have to
Yeah.
adapt to it. You might do things in different ways, but you'll be able to do things.
I mean, even just standing up talking, you know, when just now.
Just staying, yeah, eye level with
Just,
everyone.
yeah, even that is just like.
Well, you did walk properly for 3 years with your broken leg, so I mean,
Right.
yeah, he broke his leg in over 3 years and agonising infections and stuff.
Whatever.
That's why it came off. But
Literally, my calf was like pretty much always just sped up to the size of this. opposed to calling it kebab leg or dinner leg, just because of all the scars that were on it, just everything. It was just.
So it's a different way of life, but it's the first time you're going to walk pain-free for quite a long time.
Yeah, I was never able to really walk properly since that.
Well, it's a different,
Exciting,
different
really
life.
exciting.
And I'll tell you what, in a few years' time, and I do say this to other people where they've had operations after operations, and in the end they say to the doctors, just, and the doctors don't really want to do it. And then you have it done, because there's no going back. You know, I can understand why the doctors don't want to do that. But I've seen other people that have come in and they said, yeah, I these and I cancers and I and this and took it off. And I said to them, right now you're 2 or 3 years down the line. Do you reckon you made the right decision? And they said 100%.
I already know I made the right decision. Like mentally as well, I just.
Yeah, well that's after probably mentally as well.
Going backwards and forwards to the hospital, being in pain all the time. And I get phantom limb pain, but that's compared to what I had before. You can't. I mean, it's a different pain, but it's not even painful compared to. It just feels like I've got pins and needles, which is.
You can cope with that.
And cope with that, but. Oh yeah, it's definitely the best decision.
Yeah. Well, so it's a bit of a roller coaster. You know, good days,
Yeah.
bad days, but you know, we could get there. I must go and see Julie. I'd like to.